Good morning, Fight Kitties. Or are we Fight Kitties? I
We're the
don't
Fight
even
Kitties.
know.
But
We're
you're
the
the Fight Kitties too, and all those boys are tomcats.
Well, I'm Lexi.
And I'm Lady J.
And it's time for Kickass and Coffee.
So today's news is, you got our mixture of like what's in the Wrestleverse, but there's like a whole lot of like real news.
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of
firsthand
real news.
Like it happened to us news and people we actually know news. So
this is crazy. But we'll start off with the people we don't know too much. Not too close, at least.
Not yet.
Not yet. I mean, maybe they'll be having coffee with us soon. I don't know. But former WWE star is headed to...
Wait. We got to call the Fight Buzz.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It is time for Fight Buzz. I caught myself... I just got so excited.
We're excited.
Yeah. Well, we'll start off with former WWE star that's headed to AEW. It is Buddy Murphy. He's not going by Buddy Mathews.
Buddy Mathews.
And
we just saw him at New Japan.
Yeah.
Smiles took a picture with him when they were up in the Bay Area of California. And so, he's been kind of doing the indie circuit, New Japan, free agent, super secret, cool stuff.
Yeah, he's been a free agent since September.
Yeah, I guess he's looking for a home.
Yeah, it seems like it. I think a free
agent
in Florida, in sunny Florida. Who wouldn't want to be here? And fans are expecting to see him show up in AEW in the near future. According to Fightful Select, AEW sources have indicated their growing interest on him, and there's been a lot of talk and rumbling about Mathews joining the company within the next few weeks. So I don't know. I think you heard it here first, but it seems like that's where he's going. And it seems like several wrestlers have been told that this working plan is going to be brought sometime soon.
Well, were we covering the 8 wrestlers whose non-compete is coming to a close?
Oh no, I didn't know about that.
They're going to be free agents. We're more free agents rolling around here pretty soon.
Wow.
Watch out.
Watch out, guys. And we've got Ric Flair, who is upset that no one's called him from WWE after he split up with his wife, Wendy.
Okay. That's sad.
Yeah.
That is sad.
He's
really sad. I got calls from all my celebrity friends, but he's no one at WWE calls.
Yeah.
I think that's that corporate culture thing that people don't like, where they're you're just a tool.
Ooh, well, interestingly enough, he was on Woo Nation and he addressed the split and he went into detail. He actually goes into really personal detail about the split that I was feel like it's not really our business to say. If you want to listen to the episode.
This is the one time where I'm I don't know if this is any of our business.
Yeah, so if you want to listen to the episode, then
you want the details.
Yeah, if you want the nitty-gritty drama details, then you definitely can listen to the Woo Nation podcast.
The life and love of Ric Flair.
Yes. It's nothing that's crazy out of the ordinary, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like my place to talk about it. And but he does say that he likes to travel and he likes signing autographs, and that's one of, I can say, the basics of it. I won't go into the details.
He's had a lot of drama last year. There was that whole the Dark Side of the Ring episode where they're talking about the airplane incident from hell.
Yeah.
And they pulled his commercial for a while because of that. And
oh wow, I didn't know that. Crazy.
It was very whatever. I know Tommy Dreamer was pissed off about that whole thing too.
Oh, I bet. And he says what hurts him the most is that he had his friends Charles Barkley, Darius Rucker, Kid Rock call him and ask him if everything was okay. And he was but not one person from WWE called me. And he was I've been...
Becky Lynch called him. Because he's been giving her so much crap.
Yeah. Or she would tweet at him and be ha ha. Or,
no,
I'm just
what
kidding.
If she's one person who was nice and we're oh, dump them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill him with kindness.
Kill him with kindness. Maybe. That is a good way.
Come on, Becky, get on with it.
Yeah. So he was like, he called the company insensitive, and he calls them some really meanish names in the podcast.
I would think a divorce is a very traumatic time in someone's life.
Yeah.
Lots of emotions.
That's true. That is very true. And yeah, we just wish him the best. I don't know when we're going to see him next, but hopefully the next time it's not with any drama.
I know.
I'm hoping so. And we have some exciting fight buzz.
Yeah, we were all like massive group text, like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
So Wendy Choo, as you guys know, we showed you guys pictures yesterday. We showed up. She reposted us. She retweeted us and then reposted us on her Instagram as well. Like, it's just a fangirl moment.
Oh yeah. We were like the only dorks dressed up in like cute little onesies. And we were walking down like this giant line of fans. They're like, why didn't we think of it? I'm like, I know. And it was great because it was kind of chilly. Although it's supposed to be freaking 85. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. If you live in Florida, who is it that's coming to Florida? Which one of the wrestlers? Buddy Mathews. If you're watching, just know the weather's very extremely bipolar.
They say it's like they throw the Powerball numbers. And today it's going to be 45. Tomorrow it's going to be 80.
Yeah, just yesterday I came in here and I was like, oh my God, that car says it's 38. Today it's like, it's going to be 85.
Yeah.
So nice. And if you couldn't get enough of Stone Cold Steve Austin yesterday, we talked about him in our morning jab.
I know.
We've got more updates on him.
I had to take off my tinfoil hat for this story.
Yeah, no tinfoil hat for this one.
So Stone Cold Steve Austin's WWE return could extend beyond WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Oh, it's just not a one-off?
I don't think so.
Okay, and so, of course, all the good information comes from podcast as well.
Yes.
So from the latest We're Live, Pal podcast, Andrew Zarian and, oh my goodness, they were talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin's return and like his, him going up against Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens talked poo-poo about Texas.
Yes.
And yeah.
They were talking about how they were like, I don't know, maybe there's more to him. We're going to see more of him after WrestleMania, because their perspective of this all is that it's like, okay, if you took so long to beg somebody to come back, then how are they just going to come back for one? Like, there's no way you're just going to convince them to come back for one. This can't be just a one-off deal.
Yeah, I mean, he has a ring in his back barn.
Yeah, that wouldn't just be for one appearance. Like, it's not just like 1, 2, 3 and out. I mean, I don't know. There's a possibility, but they were saying on the podcast, which they make really good points. They really see him coming in more after WrestleMania, because it just wouldn't have made sense unless he spent that money and I don't know. But they were saying that Saudi Arabia had offered him like the $3 million for a match there.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, oh my gosh, $3 million.
That's for one match.
Yeah.
It's like, how much money is that per minute?
I don't even know. Probably a lot. Oh, good morning, Manuel. He's always saying good morning to us. And moving on to MLW.
A little Lucha Libre kind of news for once. So Octagon Jr. to make his U.S. debut at the MLW Super Fight in Charlotte next Saturday.
Yeah.
Heck yes. Do you see all these freaking lucha masks? This spectacular world of Lucha Libre is coming home for all of us in the US. in the US.
In the US.
We're gonna have trios, tag team.
There's gonna be so much, and that'll be February 26th, which is next weekend.
Yeah.
Is February almost over?
We're like halfway through. I'm like, today's... Where did it go?
I don't even know. But yes, you can buy tickets.
Of course.
As always, I think tickets start this Friday, if I'm not mistaken, and you can get them at MLWlive.com. And Octagon Jr., Puma King, and a mystery partner.
Ooh.
We don't know who it is.
I love how they do the mystery partners.
Yes. There's a lot of suspense, and then, it always makes for a fun match when there's suspense. And so they will be facing Ares, Gino, Medina, and Mini Abismo Negro.
Mini abysmal negro.
Yes.
I heard the mini matches are totally worth watching.
Really?
We had one visit in town, and my friend's like, "Oh, I totally wanted to go," and she like chickened out. I'm like, "You should have told me. We would have gone. We would have gone."
That sounds like a fun
So
time.
yeah, nonstop clash of like 6 of the like best lucha libre stars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can't get better than that.
And it's pretty easy to catch MLW. So
yes.
tune in. AEW is always in the news.
Always.
And they're launching music live.
Yep.
I think I heard Todd talking about that in the bus.
Yes, I think I did.
They were like, is it Max Caster, like had his own private party?
Yes.
And they're like, you can't be making the money. We got to make the money. We're going to do a music show.
Yeah, and it's going to be right in our backyard. So it's going to take place, the first ever concert taking place during the Revolution weekend here in Orlando. So that'll be exciting.
You're just like making it even bigger. It's already like 2 days of wrestling, 1 day of a fan fest, and now a music show.
I know. It's like every day I hear a new event that's added onto this weekend. And I'm like, oh my goodness. How is like, if that's the one weekend I'm not going to be in Orlando, I'm kind of really sad about that. It's like, there's so much happening.
Orlando's going to be nuts.
It's going to be filled with all the wrestling fans.
And then like all the tourists start coming because it's like that breakneck time of the year.
It is going to be the most epic, or I guess scary clash, because we're going to have all tourists in because of spring break and all the AEW fans. So, oh boy. But yes, this is a fun and exciting opportunity. They've never done a live event.
It's like live music.
Yeah, live concert.
Fun. Yeah.
So this is in celebration of their celebration of excellence.
Oh, the album that we were laughing about that you can't get a digital copy of yet.
Yeah, but you can hear it live.
You can hear it
live. So if you go to this, you can hear it live.
I know. We're like, what are we going to do with the CD?
I know. Maybe if you can record it on your phone, or no, I don't know. I think that you can't do that. Yeah, that'd be terrible. But this is actually going to take place at UCF. So
that seems like an appropriate venue.
Yeah, I know it's a huge campus. I've gotten lost there one too many times.
But yeah, it's right. They're going to have that big AEW Revolution pay-per-view.
Yes.
Concert. Fan fest. Shoot.
It's going to be epic. We're going to see rappers.
Wrestle
we're going to see
Flow, Mikey Ruckus.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's going to be there. We're going to see Sean Spears. I don't know.
So a lot of the wrestlers, like their music was produced by these guys. So it's like, oh, I've heard that. I know. Ooh, I like that song. Let's hear more.
You'll be like, oh, I recognize that. And it's probably someone's entrance song or something like that they made. So, all right, moving on to the Bellas. We haven't heard about them in a while.
I know. They've been doing some reality TV stuff.
Yeah, they've been doing their thing. So Nikki Bella addresses a possible full-time WWE return.
What?
Yes.
Full-time?
Well, I mean, that's just, it's more just to get them a little excited for it, but no, not really full time.
Okay, so her and her sister Brie Bella made their big in-ring return during the Royal Rumble. And this time Brie was like, I'm gonna kick you out, Nikki. It's my turn to kick you out.
Yeah. And for anyone that didn't know, Nikki was actually like previously revealed that back in October, she was not medically cleared to wrestle. And yeah, the doctors said due to her neck injury and stuff like that, she was not cleared. She stated on the podcast that she was like unsure when she'd be cleared or if she'd like ever be cleared. Obviously,
that's been a thing though. Like numerous wrestlers who were told you'll never wrestle again.
Yeah.
Or like maybe there's like advances in medicine where like even Bryan Danielson was told he had to retire, and Nikki Bella, and who else? There's a whole bunch. Oh, Corey Graves.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch.
Something going on in the medical world. We don't know these things, but it's good for wrestling.
Yes, it is good. So yes, Bella did a interview with TV. I like watching wrestling at AEW, Old Wrestling Line, Middle South in Louisiana. Plus, I watch WWF in New Jersey, and watch NWA after that, WCW. Oh, look at you.
That is a nice like buffet of wrestling.
Yeah, he's got the whole package going on. That's exciting. And so yes, back to this interview that she had with TV Insider. She reflected on her time about like being back in the match, being back in the ring, what it was like. And she was like, it was so incredible. Like there is nothing like performing live. And she was like, but I can't return full time. I know everyone's been asking. And she's like, I can't ever return. I know.
I'm like, how can you say she's in a Oh.
I said possible.
It's
a tease. It's a tease. But yeah, she says her main concern is that she's a mom now, and but they still want to, the Bella Twins still want to become the women's tag team champions.
But how are you going to become the tag team champions if you're not in full time?
So I'm wondering. I don't know.
I mean, who do they think they are, Goldberg?
She says that she wants to work with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. That's her 2 top.
That would be fun.
Yes.
They're like really awesome, strong girls. Although they might be stronger than the Bellas combined. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Competition waiting.
I mean, I feel like Bianca could like carry both of them on her shoulders.
Yeah, that's actually true. And we had a dog collar match announced for AEW Revolution. Oh my God. This weekend is getting more and more chaotic. Someone needs to have a list of everything that's happening over the week.
I was on someone's Twitter. We were looking at other people, and they totally had that one meme of like all the papers, and they were trying to plan out their like, freaking WrestleMania week. I'm like, yes.
That's actually what it's like, because it's insane.
Like, what now? So there's a music fest and a dog collar match.
I don't know how anyone's gonna get anything.
So a dog collar match with CM Punk.
Yeah, what the hell? CM Punk's gonna be there? I don't even know. CM Punk's kicked off this week's AEW Dynamite, and he addressed his loss to MJF.
On his shirt? He's like wearing the Burberry on his shirt. I'm trying to poke.
Oh, does that say mid? That's funny. That's so funny. Do you know what that means? It's like a joke on, or it was like I don't know. Maybe we're talking about.
All right, so share it.
It's like it was like a joke running around on TikTok that everybody was like. There was like a sound that it was like muff, 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 mid. I feel so. If anyone's not on TikTok, they're gonna think I'm insane. But yeah, and so it's like you call someone mid when they're like, I don't know, they're like.
They're not
average.
at the top.
They're average.
And that would be totally relevant in wrestling because like it's called being like the mid card. You're not a headliner. You're not a superstar. You're not really a worker, like a jobber or a worker. You're mid.
Mid. So that would make sense, but that'd be funny if they're on TikTok and they're
probably on mid. He's like, don't you take my Burberry tartan and come in mid.
Oh boy. I wonder if it's a real Burberry scarf. Probably is, knowing MJF.
You could go all out for a scarf.
Yeah, that is true. And so yes, he's gonna get this rematch March 6th here in Orlando, which is exciting. And yeah, this is gonna be a dog collar match, which is
I guess it's a throwback to like Roddy Piper. Isn't MJF's cat named after Roddy Piper? Like wasn't the cat named Piper or something?
Yeah. That's crazy. This is a major throwback. I don't know when the last dog collar match was.
I don't know, but like the Roddy Piper one is from back in the 80s.
Wow, that's a while ago. So that'll be fun to see. And now time for the morning jab.
Okay, so I know that you all watch the guys on their like all real crew. And I'm like, they're totally funny. This is news to me. I didn't know.
Total news.
Like I knew they like liked it and they like trained in like MMA and boxing and stuff, but like
I didn't know
I didn't know how legit these guys were and like high level. I'm like, dang.
They are.
So Jamil Hill, Mr. like just cracking jokes with the guys is like legit. And he's like calling out Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Okay. So here are the guys messing around, talking about like, all things MMA and wrestling.
He walks out personally.
Yeah, he is.
I will personally
the first. They're talking
about Tyron Woodley. We will never talk about him.
Why can't we
I'm trying to
admit that Tyron Woodley didn't have a really great stint in the UFC before we talk about
go to Derek Brunson. Next topic.
He did, exactly.
But I'm not talking about Tyron Woodley. He's Derek Brunson
270, bro.
This is the UFC 271 pre-fight show. I'm not talking about Tyron Woodley. I'm sorry.
All right. So then I guess we're done. Like, because we branched off, bro. So I'm just talking about everything.
We did, but I refuse to talk about Tyron Woodley. Our picks are in.
At this point, you're being rude. That's all I'm
Our
saying.
picks are in. I don't want to talk about Tyron.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not talking
hilarious.
about Tyron. And I don't think anybody watching wants us to talk about Tyron.
Are we fighting MMA? I will beat the dog doodle out of him.
Book it.
What?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? MMA?
I don't. You gotta.
That is so awesome.
They got. They got to
I'm
answer.
not boxing that man. I don't box.
Come now.
MMA.
I say
or
MMA.
or wrestling?
I say MMA.
I'm beating the dog doodle
Yeah, I
out of
saw
him,
the
and I'm not
article
going to throw a
of him, and I
single
was like,
punch.
oh my
Yeah, I
goodness,
got
this
Noah
is like
beating him, bro.
legit,
bro,
legit.
I know. I'm like, what?
Game,
Hey,
That's so awesome. Congratulations to him.
Hey,
He's
relax. Noah stopped training
that
at 12.
takes a lot of.
You got to chill
I
at
feel like
13.
I
He's
stopped
like
training
a
at
rock and
16,
roll.
my guy.
The first ever black world champion in jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, shoot, I've been going to like 4-year-old jiu-jitsu classes going, dang, they can go down for real.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean,
he's pretty epic, and I think we have a video of him.
would you have that other video?
Like,
Because I was like,
I
oh,
think we have a video of him actually fighting. Look at this.
like for reals. Yes, he's in blue.
I think he's the one in
Oh, the other one watching this.
white.
There he is. Okay, yeah, that went down real quick.
That went down so quick.
That went down real quick. He was like, and thank you for coming. I just took you down.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Epic. So make sure you guys tune into the All Real Crew.
Yeah,
you guys,
he wants to take out Jake Paul.
he wants to take out Jake Paul.
He's like, come on, man. I am like the champ.
That would be so epic. So.
I mean, we haven't had an opportunity to talk about Jake Paul, but now we're going to talk about Janela kicking his ass.
Yeah. You know how much we love Jake Paul. Psych. Just kidding. But yeah, I think it'd be really, really cool if, Jake Paul accepted. And who knows? We've got people answering us on Twitter now. So I'm just going to.
We're going to call it. We're going to put it out.
I'm going to put it out into the Wrestleverse and let it happen. So you heard it here first, guys. If it does happen.
Unless the guys talked about it first.
Unless the guys talked about it.
And they talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu world champ versus Jake Paul.
That would be epic.
MMA fight. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be there.
We would be there. So I will be tweeting out Jake Paul today and seeing if
Call
he
him out. He's like,
answers me. Alrighty. Well, in continuation of our morning jab, we've got this is like a part 2 to yesterday's. Oh, we totally forgot to talk about.
So this was like, Tommy Mac's like, you have to talk about Mr. Iguana. And I'm like, what do you mean we got to talk about Mr. Iguana? So this is Mr. Iguana.
Yes.
He's from AAA. And I just saw him win the AAA Rumble. Right?
Yes.
He beat down. He's like the stuffed iguana. You see him?
Yeah.
He totally utilized it. But Jamal's like, Mr. Iguana has been stealing all of my moves. I'm like, shut up. Why would Mr. Iguana? He's like, no. He is stealing all of my move sets. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I feel like we need to
You can't get in trouble for that? No.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like moves are.
Because in dance, that's if you steal someone's choreography, you get.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Is a wrestling choreography copyright?
Is that? I don't know. The dance world's so different.
But yeah, Mr. Iguana stealing my moves.
Yeah.
Huh.
We should get all lawyery like they do on here and get it freaking. No, we need to get it copy or no. What is it?
Trademarked.
Trademark his moves. And yeah, I can't believe that.
Out of everybody.
Out of everyone.
Mr. Iguana. I'm like, what?
Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Iguana.
That is wild. Well, we've got love. He said, "Love my coffee." Thanks. We switched mugs today. I've got the octopus dancing. I think.
No, you have the mermaid.
Or no, I've got the mermaid.
You got the mermaid.
She's very cute.
I got the Hello Kitty.
Reminds you of the Starbucks lady. Speaking of which, I want Starbucks. All right. Well, back to this. We've got part 2 of yesterday's Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes leaving AEW, and Wardlow had to share his thoughts on what he thinks.
I don't hear a whole lot from Wardlow, so it's kind of one of those things where if he has something to say, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Well, it's nothing that's like outrageous, and
I know, but like,
but
it's
it
his
is,
opinion.
yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, we will
he's
listen.
speaking.
We'll
So
listen.
he this week was on the Battleground podcast. And so like when he went onto the podcast, he actually that was the morning that this got released. So like as he was going into
it was
this,
like live breaking.
this was all live breaking. And
so he
was,
didn't have like time to come up with this politically correct corporate response.
Not at all, which is honestly, I think, kind of better because this is a real raw response that we're getting from him. And he was like, listen, guys, I am just as surprised as everybody else. And he was like, I woke up to the news and he was like, you know, I still feel really dark on the situation. I was like, oh, that's actually really sad. Like you could even hear like and just in his tone. And he was like, you know, I could speak about the situation for an hour straight, maybe even longer. And he was like, but right now, without knowing too much detail, all he can say is thank you. And he was like, you know, they invited me into their house. They took him to like go see a school that he like wanted to go to. And they were like, they made my dreams come true. And I was like, oh, he's like, I have nothing but positive things to say about him. And he's like, I will forever be in his debt.
Wow.
Yeah. That's really sweet.
If you can say that about MJF.
Can anyone say that about MJF? I don't know. And yeah, he's like, you know what? I sent him a message, let him know, you know, do whatever you need to for your family. But I was like, that is really sweet.
From that big scary guy.
From that big scary guy, I know. And more people had some things to say.
Yeah. So Wade Keller of PW Insider said, it sounds mean, but nobody has anything nice to say about Randy Rhodes. Her disposition or popularity behind the curtain. Oh man.
Yep. Drama.
So like Nyla Rose and Red Velvet were like, talk to me. Tell me about this.
They were really quick to clap back on that on Twitter. Like they were very quick when I looked. And the Red Velvet was the first one to make a comment, and she was like, I'm the one to say nice things about them. And I think it's really disrespectful and rude that you guys would make these comments, have people believing things that aren't even true. And she was just like, back off, be happy, let people, you know, enjoy their new lives.
And it's funny because like, she's kind of like a mean mom.
Yeah.
She's kind of like that mean mom, like, and then even Nyla Rose, you know, she's like, this is just flat out some bullshit.
Yeah.
She's like, Brandy was liked by many people backstage, including myself, Nyla Rose.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah, but she's like, don't work yourself up into a shoot. You want a hot scoop from the source?
He's like, here it is. Now shut up. That's what she said. She's like, there was clapbacks. I was like, she did not just tell her to shut up at the end of her tweet. Oh God. But I think it's kind of interesting to see them stand up. And I it's like inevitable when stuff like this happens that people are going to make things up just because that's what people do for fun. Like in high school, people would make things up that weren't even true just for the fun of it.
I don't even get it.
I don't get it. But we'll move on to some fluffy news.
So, okay, the other day we talked about the new intro for WWE.
Yes.
And it was like, the now, then, forever, together. And Tommy Max, like, we're listening to it. He's like, that is totally the Peacemaker.
Yes.
AKA John Cena.
AKA John Cena. And he's been renewed for a second season on HBO Max.
Yeah, this is definitely not a PG show, by the way. No,
So yeah, his character, the Peacemaker, portrayed by John Cena in the Suicide Squad film, has now been picked up for a second season. And I guess the first season only had like 8 episodes. And I have not, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I haven't watched it yet. I know I'm terrible.
You're like, there's only so much to watch and so many podcasts to listen to.
I know.
And so much like Wrestleverse news to look up and NXT shows to go to.
I know.
And
I should watch it though. I've been really invested in this Netflix show I was telling you about with Shonda Rhimes, amazing writer, by the way, if you have a show you want to watch. But I will be watching this one too. So yeah, there's a he's got a second season coming out, and everybody's excited about it.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And then, okay, moving on.
Yes.
More fluffy news. So AJ Lee. Oh my goodness, look at those freaking abs.
Oh, jealous.
Okay, so talking about the abs.
Yeah.
So she's with CM Punk, right?
Mhm.
Like they've been together forever. And he was like, you know, she could totally come back in the ring and work. And he's like, but she'd get too thin again. She'd get all like freaking lean and cut. And he's like, I like her with a little bit more meat.
Ooh. Well,
okay, moving on.
that's why I don't work out as much, because, you know, I know guys like a little more meat. That's why. That's why I don't have rock hard abs. That makes sense.
All about that beast.
Yeah.
So AJ Lee recently was talking about why she wanted to work with WOW, the Women of Wrestling. And of course, it was on Wrestling with Freddie.
Yes.
I still can't believe how like Freddie Prinze Jr. is totally into like there's so many people now that I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Freddie Prinze Jr.? What? Melissa Joan Hart? What? Like all these people that I didn't even know who like love wrestling.
Yeah. We saw Melissa Joan Hart on Instagram. She's like covering herself in the match.
Yeah, she's like watching the Mercedes Martinez Thunder Rosa match.
But yeah, they spoke about why she wanted to be on this promotion, and she was like, listen, it's what really has inspired me. She was like, the idea that, you know, it's women behind the scenes in every single capacity is really what pulled her to go towards this route. And
yeah, because usually it's like men writing, producing, directing, calling all the shots, and
yeah, girls can do it too, and better, duh. But yeah, so she's going to be an executive producer alongside with Janine Buss and David McLean. There's one guy. I guess we'll just throw him in there to, you know, we're not leaving them out totally. And all right, we'll move on to Keeping It Strong Style.
Hey, I know you're all wondering, aren't we playing Kahoot yet?
We're playing.
Don't
playing.
worry. We're gonna finish the Strong Style story real quick. I did not know this, and I'm kind of like, what? So Chris Jericho, who has like this great alter ego for New Japan as the Painmaker. I don't think that's a picture we have of him, but like when he's like turns into the Painmaker. Okay, so Chris Jericho shares with Tony Khan, and Vince McMahon asked him to not wrestle, not at the G1 Supercard from Madison Square Garden. Why would you not?
I don't know. There's definitely more to this story.
Okay, so New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor, they put together the G1 Supercard event in 2019 during WrestleMania weekend at Madison Square Garden. This is a big deal because it was the very first time that a non-Vince McMahon promotion held an event at Madison Square Garden since 1960.
That's insane.
1960.
That's absolutely insane.
So the G1 sold out with over 16,000 fans in attendance. They were expecting to see stars such as Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks when tickets went on sale, right?
Yeah.
But what happened?
They were still under contract with the promotions, like when these tickets went on sale, right?
But okay, so however, by the time the event actually took place, they had all left to help launch AEW.
Dun dun dun.
Oh man. And like little did anyone know 2020 was gonna go down.
Yeah. No one knew that one.
So Chris Jericho noted that during a recent edition of Talk is Jericho, his podcast.
Yes.
That he was going to wrestle Hiroshi Tanahashi at the show, but was asked not to perform by Tony Khan and Vince McMahon.
That is crazy. And I'm wondering what could be, there's gotta be some.
I mean, that's huge competition though. Yeah. That's a huge draw. So Tanahashi ended up wrestling against Zack Sabre Jr. But
wow, that's crazy. And I didn't even know that the WrestleMania was in Madison Square Garden one year.
They've dominated.
Oh.
That is their scene.
Oh, it was in the New York area, not
Okay,
Madison Square Garden.
we're getting an insider.
Okay.
But still, like that's close enough to be like, you're in my turf.
Yeah.
You're in my turf. How dare you? We're gonna pull out all the guns and like.
That is crazy.
So,
And then we've got Trent.
Trent
And
Beretta.
Trent Beretta. And Jay White on Friday's Rampage.
I gotta like loosen up for this. So recently I saw someone talking about the Bullet Club being irrelevant. Right?
Yes.
Okay, now Jay White is currently the leader of the Bullet Club. He just left New Japan, which is why it's in the Strong Style segment. So he just left New Japan. He just signed up for AEW. He is the leader of the Bullet Club. The Bullet Club is like, I don't even know how to describe it. They're like all the heels, basically. Now, I want to, okay, hold on.
Vince is the devil and Khan wants to be just like him. So guess that makes Tony Apprentice Satan.
Oh my.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I keep thinking of Millhouse though when I think of Tony Khan. That meme ruined me. Okay, back to the Bullet Club. So, okay, AEW, Jay White is just showing up on the scene here. Let me show you this picture of the former members of the Bullet Club. Now, we have, do you recognize some faces in here? Do you recognize some faces?
I do recognize some
there's some
faces.
people. Yeah.
I see Adam Page. I see Adam Cole.
I see the Young Bucks. I see Kenny Omega.
I see, oh, Cody Rhodes. That's sad.
Cody Rhodes just left. Okay, now, and then of course the guys from Japan.
Yeah.
But like, half of those guys are at AEW right now.
That is wild.
And with the Inner Circle, with their like breakup and drama and turmoil, and I'm like, someone calling out the Bullet Club, calling them irrelevant, and I'm like, and now the leader of the Bullet Club has just arrived on the scene. I don't know, Lex. I'm expecting some drama.
Not irrelevant so much as a version of NWO 2.0 and run its course. Jay White's got lots of potential, but AEW and WWE both would squander it.
I can see it, but I'm really hopeful. I'm hoping for like a new faction to rise up and like cause some like drama over at AEW.
That'd be cool.
Like, but okay, so just last night, Adam Cole was giving Adam Page some crap saying, "You're just the other Adam around here." So I'm like, would they even work together on the Bullet Club? I mean, if there's like heat between them two, like, I don't know. There's like, I want to see this. I want to see this unfold.
I do too. I want to see this unfold. And so remember these last few notes we've talked about, because it might be on our trivia coming up right now.
I almost I totally forgot about Kahoot.
Yes, let's start. I know we started at the end today, but it's just so much to talk about. It's nice to end it with a little bit of Kahoot. All right, let's get this game pin.
Kahoot.it. Our game pin is 1513761. Poor Billy. He's like, I've been waiting.
Yeah, Billy's like, I've been waiting forever.
Y'all took too long. Had to go talk about the Bullet Club.
We just went on a ramble there. All right. Oops. That's Lexi. I'm not playing. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Lady J. You're going to have to be Lexi today. It's not letting me change it. Okay. Does anyone else want to play with us? I know we saw, I believe we saw Manuel, we saw Daniel, we saw...
We're calling you out, guys.
Yeah, come play with us. It's a fun game, I promise. And there's a... Oh, never mind.
But like, I mean, okay, so Bullet Club was originally started by Prince Devitt, Finn Balor.
Yes.
And like, he's been lost on the mid card too. It's like, how did he start such an epic faction? And then he's just like quietly tucked in the roster over at WWE.
That's a shame. Well, Bebe's in today. I still will never know who that is.
Some stiff competition.
One of today's questions, or two of today's questions, are kind of different. You'll see.
All right.
I guess we'll just get this thing started.
All right, let's get started.
You can join in at any time since it's going to stay open. And I realized it's day 9 when I was doing the trivia. I was wrong. So, yeah, it was not day 7 yesterday.
Who was the first wrestler to win 50 matches in AEW? Shoot, you're... Oh. Ah. 50? That's a lot of matches.
Yeah, it sure is. Who do we think has 150? Oh my goodness. That terrified me. The front door just opened by itself. Okay.
Jungle Boy won 50 matches?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Jungle Boy has 150 matches. Jay Hayes is playing with us.
Yeah.
His size. That's the shortest answer. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Oh my God.
Frickin' baby.
Aw.
Okay. Which U.S. state did AEW film most of their shows during the pandemic? Like film?
Oh, sorry, I meant film.
Okay, I was like, feel? Do you feel? I was telling Tommy Mac, I'm like, I feel like Florida has been Californicated.
Really?
Because it's gotten so expensive and like everyone's been like buying everything.
It's so expensive here, everything. Oh, it is Florida.
Jacksonville.
It's our own world out here.
Daniel.
It's the ghost of Katie Vick she wants to play. Oh my God. I don't know. That's actually funny. I don't know if you guys even saw or heard it open, but it was
like,
I was like, wait, Billy's here? How is he here if he's playing Kahoo?
That would be funny.
Like, oh
crashes in like the freaking quote. Guess the WWE star from the emoji.
All right. Coffee cup,
a king, and a
crown,
and
a male. So
that might be hard to answer one day.
Who do we think it is? Dun, dun. There's this game called oh my God, what's it called? Yes, it is Kingston. So I did Kofi because the coffee kind of sounds like coffee. But there's a game and it's like everything's spelt like phonetically, and then you have to guess what it is. I was gonna do something like that.
That would be fun.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow for our last day.
All right, guess the WWE star from the emoji. Ew.
Ooh.
Ew.
Who do we think it is? Yeah, it's way easier like that. The Undertaker, The Rock's The Rock. That's all right. I threw that one in there to trick you.
Tombstone's made out of rock.
That's true. Baby's beaten, yeah.
Who was crowned the first ever AEW Women's Champion? Oh, bam!
Who was it? Yes. Although I do love my girl Jade. She wasn't the first one. All right. Oh my goodness, Andrew streak of 5. Jeez.
Baby. All right. Who has the nickname the Concrete Rose?
Ooh, who do we think has the nickname?
Sort of like Steel Magnolias.
Sunny Kiss. Yeah, I put Thunder Rosa because I was like, maybe they'll get tricked. I did trick someone, yeah.
Yeah, I was hearing her one with Renee, and I was like, oh, Renee.
Yeah.
Oh, I just stole the lead from Baby. Which wrestler has never used a body double? Kurt Angle. We know Kurt Angle if you were listening. Sting, Steve Austin. Come on, finger.
It was Steve Austin.
Oh,
The Undertaker has used a body double, and they called him the Underfaker. That was his nickname.
That's funny. The Underfaker.
The Underfaker.
When would he use a body double?
I should have taken down the actual date it was, but he did use a body double. Crazy.
Adam Page won the first ever casino battle royale. Who did he eliminate last? Ooh. Oh.
MJF. Freaking MJF. Alrighty. Next question. I can't believe tomorrow's our last day.
And then, there was also a fake. Yeah, the Undertaker.
Yeah. The whole Undertaker versus,
The Undertaker. So,
Baby's moving up. Oh my goodness.
I know.
If you were listening to Lady J, she said it right as we were going in for Kahoot. And if you listen to the last part of Keeping It Strong Style, you'll know this next question.
Still?
Oh, come on.
Who here is not a former member of the Bullet Club? Wait a second. Mandy Rose? What is she doing on here?
It's MJF. He was not a former member of Bullet Club.
But like Mandy
I thought
Rose,
you said that she was.
Brandy Rhodes.
Brandy. Oh my God.
Dude, yeah, Brandy Rhodes. I'm like, when the heck was Brandy
I heard
part of the Bullet Club?
we were talking about Bullet Club, and I was like,
Rhodes,
I'm gonna trick them. Sounds the same. I'm
I
sorry,
can
guys.
I can kind of see it.
I saw it because I was like, she's sassy. I feel like she could get her way in there.
She is sassy. Oh my goodness, she has like that resting bitch face thing going on.
And even in real person, because we saw her like live on Tuesday, and I was like, oh, she does have that.
Like all the time.
Billy here. Oh no, Lady J and baby, 7 out of 10. Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Well, that was a fun trivia game.
That was fun.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's trivia. Tomorrow's our last day. We're gonna see who our epic winner is.
I'm feeling like it's gonna be Baby, and Baby's gonna have to reveal themselves.
Yeah, Baby's gonna reveal themselves as to who they are. But I think that's all we've got for you guys today.
That's it. All right, Wrestleverse. Any last minute questions? Got my hair got all messed up.
If anyone does,
Devitt.
It's ridiculous how small he looks like next to Bad Luck Fail.
Well, it's called the Tom Cruise effect.
Yeah, we found out that the third rope is only 5 feet, so that says a lot. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had fun. Was recommended your channel yesterday, and I gotta say I love the format of the show. Yay! Oh, thank you, Jay.
And we're like, coffee mugs.
Coffee mugs. You gotta have them. We gotta put them down as the game got so serious.
It did. I needed it.
My answer screen was ahead of the game. Oh no, Billy, I'm sorry.
Gotta up your Wi-Fi.
Yeah. The door wants to speak as well. They're saying goodbye.
It's creaking back there.
It's creaking back there. But if he were Tom Cruise, he'd be sliding down the ring in his underwear to Bob's speaker. Alrighty, guys. Well, please let us know in the comments down below if you have any questions. And of course, leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
And for more Fight Kitties videos, click that link below.
Until next time, I'm Lexi.
And I'm Lady J. Bye, guys.